What's up, YouTube? Sean the Average Angler. We are out in the boat getting ready to go do some fishing, and I was just trying to think of a way that could help you all be more successful in catching more fish more often. And I was thinking if people would just take the time to learn a few techniques that work pretty much year round and felt comfortable with them, they could catch more fish. Now, there's lots of ways to catch more fish. Like, you could be on say for instance, you're on a rock pile and you work that rock pile over pretty good and the bite's starting to slow down and you're not catching them anymore. These techniques are techniques that, some of them, not all of them, are techniques that you could use on that rock pile to maybe get a few more bites. And not just maybe, I've done this. It's very effective. Sometimes they're the biggest bites of the day. They are techniques that people tend to shy away from. I'm one of those. I'm not really the biggest finesse guy. These aren't all finesse, by the way. But for the rock pile type thing, it's finesse techniques, right? One of which would be a drop shot. And this here is a bait caster, as you can see. No rule says you have to fish 6-pound test to drop shot. What is going on here? And actually, this was my drop shot rig from last week on the Delta. About 8 inches a leader there. This is 12-pound Sniper fluorocarbon, and that there is a 2-aught. Is that a 2-aught? Yeah, it's a 2-aught. I can't remember the name of the hook. It's got this little keeper right there behind the worm. It slides back and forth. I will put the link for this hook. It's a really good drop shot hook, but I'll put the link for it in the description. So if you guys are interested in picking those up, I like it because that little rubber stopper helps keep the head of the worm up there in place. And then always make sure when you drop shot that your worm is straight. If you watch some of my other drop shot videos, we'll go over some different baits in there. Bubba shotting. And drop shotting is not just for fishing under the boat. More often than not, I'm casting a drop shot. So that's a great way to hit a rock pile or something, or docks. Pretty much a drop shot will work anywhere except in heavy grass. And even then you can Bubba shot. So get good at fishing these 4 techniques, folks, and you're gonna catch more fish. It's gonna make you more efficient, and we all wanna catch more fish. All right, the other one, finesse-wise anyway, and very much like the drop shot, can be fished just about anywhere, but this technique isn't for grass, and that is a Ned rig, okay? That bait on there is actually was designed for nose hooking a drop shot. That is a Missile Baits bomb shot. But this same thing, now this is on a spinning rod. This is a G Loomis IMX Pro. This is a Ned specific rod. What I like about this rod, you can't see the bend. Now, it's too long for me to get in the frame here, but it's got a really good bend down the rod. Anytime I know I'm gonna be around big fish and I might be fighting big fish on light line, I like this rod because the rod does so much of the work for you. But again, get comfortable and confident fishing a Ned rig. A Ned rig, and there's so many baits you can fish on. Z-Man's got a ton of baits, and they don't have to all be small ones. One of the ones I really like is the Fatty Z. That's a great bait. It's the Elastec, so it floats. It'll float the Ned head up, so the tail's up. And it's just a great thing to follow up just before you're getting ready to leave. Make a few casts with it on that rock pile, under that dock, that type of thing. These are things I'm gonna do after I've fished it with other stuff and I know there's fish there, okay? Just looking to get a few extra bites out of a hole that we may have found, discovered for the day. Those of you that are fans of the channel and have watched a lot of my stuff, this one's not going to be any surprise. And this is really a big one that a lot of people, I'm surprised that they don't have confidence in it, because it's a known big fish bait, and that's the jig, okay? If you're not confident fishing a jig, you really need to get confident fishing a jig, because there's so many applications for a jig. You can flip them, pitch them, cast them, rock piles, ditches, docks. You can fish a jig anywhere. They have punch jigs available on the market. It's not as popular as it was back in the day, but they do still sell punch jigs, I believe up to 1.5 ounces. A jig's landing ratio for me is extremely high, okay? If I get bit on the jig, 95% of the time that fish is coming to the boat, and it would be higher, except that the fish don't always eat it. Sometimes they just hit it. Spotted bass are notorious for that. Now is a good time to get out and get confidence with a jig, okay? Post spawn time to summertime, those deep holes, ledges, rock piles, and things that provide shade like docks are a great place to fish a jig. And they're so effective, folks. And they catch all kinds of fish, but they're just known to catch big fish. But they do catch little ones too. I've caught plenty of little tiny fish on a jig. All right, now the third one is more of a technique than it is a bait. We're gonna call this a bonus tip, because accuracy in fishing and casting goes a long ways. Oftentimes, that is what separates the elite from the not so elite. A lot of these guys, if you watch their casting ability, it's very, very good, very accurate. One way to make accurate, quiet presentations is to learn to pitch. Pitching is a target-oriented application and can be used with just about any bait. Shit, I've pitched glide baits around when you're in tight quarters, or you want to hit a back corner of a dock or something like that. I'll pitch a glide bait, 16 to 20 feet. And I just, because I want to just work it by a little area, see if there's, because I'm convinced there's something there. There should be something there. So this is just a pegged Texas rig, but you can do this if you're on a target-rich environment. And look, this is a 704 Powell. Okay, so it's just a 7-foot 4-power casting rod with a Daiwa Tatula bait caster on it. And I have 18-pound Sunline. Yeah, I can feel the line and know what line I have on it. It's 18-pound Sunline. When I started fishing the California Delta many, many eons ago, I don't really want to tell you how long ago it was, but I will. Let's see, 36 years ago. The Delta, like a lot of places, is a target-rich environment, okay? There's tules everywhere. There's pockets in those tules. And we used to pitch square bills to them. We used to pitch spinner baits to them, along with plastics, jigs, that kind of stuff. We pitched topwater baits to them, walking baits, popping baits. The list is endless, really. Pitching is very, very crucial to hitting a lot of targets. If you can't pitch, and let's add in skipping to it also, If you can master pitching and skipping, you can hit so many more targets that other people can't. Skipping can be a little frustrating, but a good quality reel will help eliminate that, make it easier. There's a lot of good reels on the market. Daiwa, Shimano, they both have skipping reels. Typically they might carry a little less line. The line you use, my suggestion, get something that's not so coily, and don't overcast it. Most baits skip fairly easy, and you can pitch, right? Just a roll pitch, keep that bait low to the water, and it skips really easy. But if you master these things, okay, master the drop shot, just get comfortable with it so you're confident, and use it when the opportunity presents itself. The Ned rig, same thing, okay? And what you're gonna find with a Ned rig is when it's really tough to get bit, both of those techniques shine. They'll help you put fish in the boat when you can't catch them on a deep crankbait or on a Senko. Well, you'll always catch fish on a Senko, but you may not catch all the fish on a Senko. The jig is a year-round bait, okay? Year-round. I would love to tell you there is a time when it really, really shines, but I've had it shine all 4 seasons. You just fish it a little different throughout the seasons, and we can kind of get into that in another video. So hopefully this helps you. I want to help you guys catch more fish. That's the whole point of me doing the YouTube thing. I enjoy doing the videos. I enjoy the camaraderie of the comments and that kind of stuff. So thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the videos. Thanks for leaving comments. I mean, it really makes it all worth it, because sometimes it's a lot of work to do these, and it's nice to know that some of you are getting some benefit out of it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Sean, the Average Angler. Fish on, go get you one.